So Virgo, when I seen this come out, this one kind of hit me a little bit hard, but like I get it. This is something you know that you have to do for your own best interests right now. So rebellion, upstart, tumult, and revolution, and then you have the Ice Queen, ideas preserved, non-action, and entitlement. But this showed up as an ally for you, which I thought was perfect. So rebellion, this is talking about you being called to follow your own soul's path, being truthful and honest with yourself about who you are and what you desire. And that may mean having to revolt against something that goes against who you really are, what you really want. But with the Ice Queen, you're literally putting things on ice. For some of you, you may be putting your heart on ice right now. But this is talking about how not everything that you are wanting to accomplish can be done at this time. It's better to preserve what you are wanting to have and act on it at a later time. But I'm looking at rebellion in you going, this is enough. I've had enough of this. I don't think that you're turning cold or like becoming, the Queen of Swords here, though some of you may be. But I think it's more so about you knowing that for your highest good, it is best for you to stop acting towards something in particular. Because now is not the time for it to manifest in a way where it's going to be true to you. All right, Virgo, here's your overall, the Ace of Swords. So truth and clarity. Now, this could be a new beginning for you, some new ideas that you may be having. But, again, I go back to the Ice Queen and think that this is something that, you're putting on ice for now. But this, though, could be about needing to face the truth of a situation. But everything is being made clear to you, though, but not in a sun type of way where things are being revealed. This is like the mental aha. Like, finally, it's this breakthrough you've been waiting for. Now, in the past, the Two of Pentacles, and, a lot of people seem to be going through this. So this could be about a past situation that you're still keeping going, right? But we're also talking about being flexible here, trying to manage things. But where there is a choice that has to be made, I think that you're getting the clarity now on what you need to do. Do I keep this in balance or don't I? What is it that I need to let go of? What is it that I need to focus on right now? Okay, so the Six of Pentacles. This is interesting to me because this being in the present moment, the feeling here is that it's not so much about you being generous. I mean, we are talking about equal give and take here, but I think it's more so that Virgo is saying, I'm going to give what's necessary to make a situation balanced, but then that's it. You're not giving anything else. And that may be what you need to do in order to, stop keeping something in play or stop keeping something in balance. It's like, okay, I've had enough of this. I'm just going to give what's necessary on my part, and then I'm done. Now, for some of you, it could literally be that you're figuring out your finances here and paying something off with the Six of Pentacles. But we'll see what's going on here. It has the feeling for me of the Six of Pentacles from like the After Tarot. It's like, okay, you're depleting me now. Here is what I owe you. Now you need to go away. Oh, yeah, because you're not happy. The Four of Cups. Now, if we are talking about, Virgo continuously, trying to balance a situation here and they're giving, with the Four of Cups, what you're receiving back is not bringing you any kind of happiness. You're not seeing that Ace of Cups. Now, for some of you, you're so focused on what is going on in front of you that you don't see a good offer coming through. That, or for some of you, it's looking elsewhere. Like, what you have isn't satisfying you. You're looking for that Ace of Cups. You want that new beginning. And it comes to you, but in a very different way, where it's, the truth, the mental breakthrough, the clarity that you're needing, the answers that you're wanting about something. But if we're talking about what somebody else is giving to you, you may have been a little bit too flexible in the past, and this is like, oh, hell no. You better give me something better than that, because what I gave you was pretty fucking great. Wow, man. Your best path to follow, judgment. Boy, talk about mental breakthrough here in the wake-up call. No shit. Judgment being your best path to follow is saying that you're going to have to look at this situation in order for you to make that judgment call that's necessary for you to close the door on this. I hate judgment in terms of having to review shit. But, what is it that you're keeping going here? Because you're also talking about something that is like constantly being resurrected, but all you're doing is like trying to balance the situation. But like I said, for some of you, it may require you to give what's necessary so that you can be done with it. But I don't like this Four of Cups here in future conditions. And for some of you, it may be you're finally opening up and communicating the truth about how you feel about this kind of bullshit where you give, but what you're getting is not worth anything. But, then again, there's still that feeling, though, that, like, you don't see that Ace of Cups. But then for some of you, you may be looking at it like, you know what, I'm just not interested anymore. And I fucking hate the Four of Cups for Virgo. It drives me nuts. Not feeling anything. It's just blah. It's whatever. It's not that great. But this is saying that you're going to have to look at some things here. You're going to have to review some things here. But you do have that mental breakthrough. Right? But why is it that something keeps being resurrected for you? And why do you keep getting disappointed or let down? But not in like a Five of Cups type of way, just the type of way where you can't feel anything anymore. And is that why we're looking at the Oracle cards? This isn't true to me. This isn't true to me anymore. In your environment, the Five of Wands. So now, for some of you, this is going to have to do with, sometimes I look at the Two of Pentacles and I think we're walking on eggshells here, bending over backwards. But if we're looking at the truth of the situation, it's like no matter what you give, it just doesn't seem like it's enough for somebody else, because you're talking about, petty arguments, combative type of energy, people butting heads. And it's almost like when it's time for somebody else to pay back what you have given them, they immediately start going into, well, what you gave me didn't help me, or what you gave me wasn't enough, right? Like I shouldn't have to pay you back, or, I don't feel like I owe you anything. Now, this could be, though, you fighting with somebody because they're not doing their part. And you're tired of the excuses. Wow, man. Oh my God. Your hopes and your fears. The devil. This, I think, is for, oh God, a lot of you. Like, let's say that this is about a relationship here. You've been very flexible. You've been very giving, but when it's time for you to receive, you're getting just a bunch of bullshit, it seems like. And that's just me being honest. And with the Five of Wands in your environment, this person is constantly like arguing with you about, what you deserve based off of what you gave them. But this isn't a good thing at all, man. And with the devil, the fear there would be that you have an unhealthy attachment to this situation. The truth is that what you're giving is to something that you need to detach from. Now, the hope there would be to get out of a toxic situation, but that would require, you to wake up here, right? And see this situation for what it is. But yeah, I don't like the devil at all. There could be a couple of different things going on here. But I feel so that this is more tied to how much of yourself you've been giving to someone, to people around you. And like I said, the feeling is that for a lot of you, you want this person to go away. You don't want to have to deal with their conflicts anymore. So here, this is the last time I'm giving you something, but when it's time to pay up, they have like nothing worth of value to offer you, and emotionally you're just numb from it, more so than I think being disinterested. You guys will have to let me know. Okay, coming out the star. Good. So the star coming out here is saying that you're moving into a place where there's going to be healing. But what's interesting to me is that if this doesn't hold any value for you, like you're dumping it out, you're dumping out the emotional garbage. I always look at the stars washing that bullshit off of you, right? Knowing that you deserve bigger and better. But, the big time dream or hope here, and being able to realize that now, once you stop accepting, bullshit offers, for sure, but stop trying to be flexible for somebody who can't give you anything in return of equal value of what you've given them, right? And then the sun. Nice. And the sun is a star, right? I love it. It looks really good, Virgo. But it's going to require you to reject something or someone who can't give you what they owe you. It'll never be a balanced situation here, not with the Five of Wands being there. Justice, though, we're talking about fairness and balance, and everybody is moving, I think, to this point now where we're weighing things out now much more clearly and making better judgment calls when it comes to what is fair and balanced in your life here. But we are talking about making amends, somebody being held accountable, justice coming through for you, which is creating this hope for sure. But it's because Virgo has been in a place of constantly bending over backwards and doing what is necessary to try to create balance, possibly for somebody else, but not for you. It just seems like it doesn't come for you, but it will when you reject this. So with the Nine of Pentacles and looking at the Six of Pentacles with the Five of Wands, this, I think, is you finally getting to a place where, it kind of feels like leave me alone, but it's more about you finding independence from something that is not a very healthy attachment, right? And I don't think this is like the gilded cage here. I think it's you not being, dependent on someone else to give what is necessary to create balance. You're doing that on your own. And some of you may literally be becoming like the happy single person, right? Especially if this is a toxic relationship. But it looks good. And then with the sun coming out here, it's, definitely seeing things clearly, having the truth, having that breakthrough mentally on what you need to do. But we're also talking about, you moving into a place where there's a better sense of self and your direction, because I think of with the sun, your soul, right? And again, your soul's direction, that higher calling for where your soul needs to go. So the things that you've been giving to, I think that's what we're putting on ice. Although I do feel like, though, for some Virgos, your heart may be a little bit cold. But that could be towards someone in particular here that just can't pay up. They can't pay up when they're supposed to. But we're talking about making the right choice here that's going to lead to some independence, and then you feeling better about yourself and better about your goals and your dreams here. And definitely some healing coming out. Yeah, fairness and balance and emotional balance for sure, with justice and the star big time. The third eye, though, is going to be about you being able to visualize now what you are wanting. It's opening up that, intuitive part of you that sees things clearly, especially with the Ace of Swords. This could be about your third eye opening. But what it's showing you, or what you're visualizing now, is the detachment that has to happen from a negative situation, an unhealthy relationship. And that could be any relationship where somebody needs to pay up, but they just can't ever seem to do it. So, rather than expecting them to, I think what you're doing is, letting it go, detaching yourself. But that is what creates the balance, But it starts with you visualizing this first, what is in your mind's eye and what it's going to require for you to completely detach. But the balance there is good. Fellow travelers, I can't remember who had that one. Support is all around you. So when you release your want to control this situation and you just go with the flow, you will have support. You may not be getting it from someone in particular or a group of people or just a situation here, but once you detach, let go, release control, you're going to have all kinds of people that are going to be surrounding you going, you're doing the right thing, Virgo. We support you. You're not alone. But man, yeah. And it's sad how sometimes, the people that you think are closest to you don't see how much of, yourself that you've been giving to them and how much they are letting you down, And it doesn't surprise me with Virgo, right? But this is a situation where it's time for you to harden your heart, But I love the healing and the better sense of direction, the independence, the fairness and balance, all of that stuff coming out in the end is perfect, even if it is about money owed you. Either way, you look like you're feeling better too coming out on this. But, like I said, the detachment is going to be important in order for there to be balance, right? And letting go of any kind of expectations, though, too. Especially if you're dealing with somebody that is known to not be very supportive. There are other people around you that do support you.